Now, where are you from?
Originally from West Point, Mississippi. Then I moved to Tupelo, Mississippi. So Mississippi.
Still living in Tupelo, or?
No, I actually stay out in California.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Got you. Now, let's talk about your upbringing, right? How was it for you growing up in, where'd you say at first?
West Point.
West Point, then so give me the timeline. Give me the time. West Point, Tupelo, California. Give me
Okay, the timeline. I was born in West Point. I stayed there for like up until my 7th grade year.
Okay.
And the time that I was there was very slow. You know, if you're in Mississippi and if you ever get a chance to go around and view the towns, you'll see what I mean. But it was very slow. And then I moved to Tupelo, and I graduated from there. And when I moved there, that felt like the city. And that's where I met Jimmy and Swae at. We went to school together.
And now living in Cali?
And now living in Cali.
Cali was a recent move?
For me, yes. Mm-hmm.
Now, what was it like growing up in those areas of Mississippi? Was it rough for you, or normal, or?
I mean, it was normal. I mean,
Normal
it depends. It depends on what you consider normal, but as a normal citizen of Mississippi, it was normal, yeah. But when you get outside of Mississippi, you see that it could be so much better. No shade on Mississippi. I love Mississippi.
Now, what about going to school? What type of student were you in school?
I was the guy that was always freestyling in the morning. Me and Slim Jim and Swae Lee. We always had these big crowds around us while we freestyled. I went to class, I did my work, passed, graduated, got my diploma.
College?
College, yeah.
Graduated college too?
Nah.
Dropped out?
Yep.
What year? Freshman, sophomore?
I just dropped out last year.
Freshman, sophomore, junior?
Sophomore. I think sophomore, yeah.
What were you majoring in, or planning to major?
It was associates. I was just getting the associate's degree.
Now let me ask you this, right? Because everybody's got a different experience when it comes to college, right? Some people say, or advice when it comes to college, should say. Some people say you need college. Some people say you don't need college. Some people say you need a trade school. Some people say, some people drop out, right, like you did,
Yeah.
and have become great in what they do, whatever it is they do, like Bill Gates or Kanye West. And then other people, they get a degree, they graduate, but they don't end up having a job they got a degree in. What's your advice to someone watching this, thinking about enrolling into college? What do you say to them?
Firstly, I would start off with saying people say a lot of things, but that don't make it true. And secondly, I would say college is good if you know what you want to do. And I mean, you got to really check the statistics and see what you're going in for and make sure you're not wasting your time. You know what I'm saying? Or your money. But besides that, college is cool. I think everybody should go that has the opportunity to.
If you could do it all over again, would you have gone those 2 years that you did, or no?
Maybe, I don't know.
Jobs you had growing up, if any?
I've worked at Aéropostale. I worked in the factory, and then I worked in a nursing home, and then I worked at Olive Garden.
Quit these jobs? Got fired from these jobs?
Quit all of them.
Any crazy stories dealing with any of those jobs you just mentioned?
At Olive Garden, I know right before I stopped, well, let me say it like this, right before the music thing really popped off, I was working at Olive Garden, and we were getting ready to head to Atlanta. And so we had planned to walk into Olive Garden and just make this big scene of us quitting. And we did that. So yeah, that was the best quit.
Did you get that on video?
No, we should have. We should have.
That would have been epic. Now, are both parents in your life?
No, I grew up in a single parent home with my mother.
Any siblings?
Yes. On my mom's side, I know one. On my dad's side, I really can't number. You know how they go.
Anybody else in your family rap besides you, or?
Yeah, I had some cousins that rap.
Now, what do they think about your career, your parent, single parent?
She thinks I'm doing good, great. She's seeing progress. That's all she like to see is progress. As long as it's progress and anything I'm doing is good.
Worst thing you put your parent through?
Probably wrecking her car. I can say this, yeah.
How'd that happen?
Driving and not caring. Well, I wasn't under the influence. What really happened is, you know how a dude veer off to the side and then they try to swerve back in the road like they got the right of way? He thought I was gonna stop because he had a bigger car, but I kept going and so I rammed into him. And yeah, so that's just real though, for real. And I got a check for that too, for real, because he didn't have the right of way.
Now let me ask you this: what's your message to the youth?
My message to the youth: try to find yourself as early as you can.
Meaning?
Meaning, find out what your purpose is, what you want to do, the goals you want to achieve. Try to find that out as early as possible.
When did you think you found that out?
When I met Jim and Swae.
And how old were you about then?
Like I said, when we all moved to the same school at 8th grade, my 8th grade, so I would say about 14 or 15. Because I used to want to be a basketball player, but I always could rap, and so they motivated me to take it as serious as I'm taking it now.